So unfortunately, you snoozed and you loosed.
Yeah, where rates were at 3% now to 5. Let's see the reality of it. 300,000 30-year term with the interest rate at 3%. So that payment is $1,264.81. So $1,264.81 is what that would have been December, sometime in December. 1610.46, $350 more per month is what that just did. I don't know. I look at this too. Is that really real? The total interest that was paid as well? Kind of interesting.
That's the number that's crazy.
That. For the bigger payment, that's let's just say $280,000. Total 30 years. And you pay it off, you're going to pay $280,000 of interest. So almost double what you borrowed. And the other one's $155,000. So that's $125,000 are taking on now because of what happened. I think if you look at that, it's $350 a month, $4,200 a year. You have to look at it more like that per year thing versus a 30-year thing. Because if you think about that, no one stays in their house for 30 years. You just don't do it. And if you do, you're probably going to refinance or take money out or cash out or do something and adjust to a different interest rate. So if the rates come down, it's not going to be what your costs are. Maybe looking at it a little more in a better light. What does it cost to be per year in which to be able to do that? And then is it worth it to me? But the other problem is you got to qualify. That's the problem that's doing to people. It's knocking them out. So if you were able to just afford a $300,000 house before, now you're probably going to afford about a $250,000 house. Your qualified is based on a payment, not a dollar amount. It's on what your payment is. So if the rates are 3%, your qualifying's up here. If it's 5%, it starts bringing down what you can actually buy.
What you're saying is it's going to put even more pressure on entry-level pricing. It also, with higher interest rates, more people will qualify for mortgages. That's something I've said before. When rates are higher, there's a higher risk threshold by the banks that are given. And so you're going to see banks will be more willing to say, you know what? Yeah, we'll take the risk on this individual. Let's do it. And because they don't have that stellar perfect credit in their past, or there will be more buyers. The old economists used to say, hey, raise rates so we can bring some new fresh buyers into the marketplace that now would qualify that didn't qualify before. And those buyers may be okay with the new prices because they couldn't even play the game before. They weren't even allowed to play. It's like the NFL player that finally gets thrown on the field, right? And they haven't had a chance. They've been watching the starter play. And all of a sudden they get thrown on the field and they're like, I don't care. I'll play. The mentality is provide shelter, bigger house, provide for my family. And once they get their shot, they're usually not going to, compromise. They'll go for it. It just changes. So unfortunately, you snoozed and you loosed. $200 a month. And that everybody's been warning everybody about this. They're like, it's not going to stay at 3% forever. And they're like, oh, it is.
That example of Nick had with, the Canadians waiting since 2004 to be able to get into a house, and they're totally priced out. I think a lot of people get into that position because they just know what it is. What you need to do is you need to sit down with a professional that knows what they're talking about and that can help you through this. So whether it's a lender, Kirby Kymick is on there, or an agent, to be able to just really talk about it and figure it out. That's why a lot of people don't go talk to a financial planner. Oh, there's no way I'll be able to do that, and I don't have enough money yet to be able to do it. Well, you never will, unless you go talk to someone and be able to figure it out. That doesn't mean you have to do it. You just want to go to someone to be able to figure out what you should do